Welcome back mga kabarangay sa ating PSTV Plus podcast na papanood po dito sa ating channel sa YouTube. Ako po yung kaibigan Simpapawid, ang yung Kuya Rene, ang yung Direk Rene. Magandang hapon po sa ating inang bayang Pilipinas at dito na rin sa Aotearoa, New Zealand, at magandang araw sa iba't bahagi ng mundo kung saan umaabot ang ating munting programa. Papasalamat po ako dahil umabot na po tayo, hindi ko akalain at ako'y talagang hand in heart nagpapasalamat po dahil 20,000 subscribers na po tayo, no? Nako, talaga. Thank you. At syempre, thank you din dahil sa sandaling ito, nako, masaya din talaga ako dahil ito, matagal ko na siyang gustong makausap, sinusundan ko niyang kanyang career. Siya ay hindi ko siya naging estudyante sa Kolehiyo ng Miriam, pero nakikita ko siya kasi she was a student leader. At minsan ay nakikisit in ako sa mga classes ng mga ibang guro kasi kailangan naming mag-critic o mag-observe ng mga production ng mga kabataan ng mga estudyante. Siya ay gumraduate po noong 2009, kaya yun, isa pa, hindi ko na rin siya nakita umakyat ng entablado dahil ako po ay umalis na ng Kolehiyo ng Miriam noong 2008. Pero, nako, ito po ay talagang para sa akin, no? As far as I can remember and recall, siya yung tinaguri ang masasabi ko. From my point of view, siya yung pinakabatang presidente ng isang kolehiyo, ng isang eskwelahan. Kaya ako am very, very proud to bring into the stream, to the studio, sa PSTV Plus, si Therese San Diego Torres. Hi Therese.
Hi, Direk Rene. Magandang araw po sa inyo at sa inyong mga subscribers. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much, Therese. At I'm grabbing this opportunity dahil kasi 6 hours na tayo ahead sa New Zealand. So, in a couple of minutes, hindi naman couple, siguro may oras pa, mag-uumpisa na yung klase ni Therese kasi nagtuturo pala siya pag Sabado. At so kumusta ka na? How are you, Therese? How are things with you? You're teaching, you're doing with AIJC. Kumusta ka na? Kumusta na?
I'm doing well, Sir Rene. Thank you very much for asking. It's really been a roller coaster, since last year, since I took on this role as president of the Asian Institute of Journalism and Communication. I'm grateful for the opportunity also to continue teaching at my alma mater where we met sa Miriam College. At despite the challenges, marami naman pong mga happy moments, small wins, and I'm grateful to be working with such dynamic and energetic teams in the different organizations that I've worked with.
Wow. It's just like, parang kailan lang, parang kahapon lamang, parang gano'n, no? But just to put into context, Therese, ano ang roots mo, no? Your mom and dad, para lang put into context kasi mga kababayan natin from different parts din kasi.
Yes. Well, ako po, I grew up in Manila, in Metro Manila. But my father grew up in Bulacan. And my mother is from General Santos and Marbel and Davao.
Oh, Mindanao din.
Yes, before she moved to Manila for college. So, yun po ang aking roots. Pero Manila po ako, Quezon City, Batang QC.
Batang QC ka pala, no? Kaya malapit ka sa Miriam, no? Time na yon, dekada, kailan, kumradi ka 2009, so around 2005 or nasa college ka na. Nag-high school ka ba sa Miriam din or iba ang high school mo?
No, I went to Angelicum College. I was in the home study program, sir. I was homeschooled. Yes.
Oo. Yung Angelicum, yung malapit sa Santo Domingo, yun ba yun? Sa likod ng Santo Domingo.
Yes, direct. It's a Dominican school. Nasa likod ng Santo Domingo Church.
And I understand parang tinake over na ng UST yata siya. Parang ganun na yung Angelicum.
partnership na po siya. It's now called UST Angelicum. Yes.
Ang tagal ko na talaga hindi relate with what's happening in the Philippines. So, Therese, the reason why I wanted to reach out is we'll talk about your being the AIJC president, no? Ang AIJC po, mga kabarangay, is an Asian Institute of Journalism and Communication, and it's a prestigious organization, no? Founded by practitioners and educators. Kaya mamaya pag-usapan natin yan. Kaya lang gusto ko lang malaman kay Therese kasi her advocacy kasi, no? Talagang swak na swak yung paghulma sa'yo sa Miriam. Tapos alam mo naman advocacy ng Miriam, di ba? Peace education, environment, women's, no? Lahat yan nasasakupan na embody ng AIJC. And you mentioned off the air na you started talaga 16 years ago dyan na sa AIJC after a few months na gumraduate ka, after a few employment, no? So ano meron sa AIJC that attracted you and that kept you there for 16 years, Therese?
Sir Rene, it really started in college in Miriam when I met Sir Ramon, Mr. Ramon Tuason. He was president of AIJC and he was my research writing teacher. Siya po yung thesis writing teacher ko. And at that time, I had a lot of different interests. Alam niyo naman po sa Miriam, no, yung communication arts, now the communication program, really exposes students to different professions, different careers in communication. So I experienced TV production, radio production, writing for magazines, journalism. Pero nung nakilala ko po si Sir Ramon dun sa research writing class, I learned about the advocacies of AIJC. He talked about child rights, human rights, health communication. And I also learned a lot from my development communication class, no? From Miss Grace Saginsin. We had, we worked with communities around Miriam College, mga partner communities po. My group was assigned to Daan Tubo. And marami po kaming natutunan about how we can use communication to achieve development goals. So that's what inspired me to pursue a career in to pursue a role in AIJC as writer researcher. So ayun po, marami po kaming mga advocacies. I'd like to share more about that later.
Kasi as a writer researcher, also you attended conferences, no, yung both national and international. Kaya sinusundan ko yung sabi ko ang ganda ng track, I mean yung career path track ni Therese, no, kasi yun nga, as you're saying, na nag-umpisa sa Miriam, yung pati yung yung mga outreach programs, tapos ngayon ay pumasok na siya sa, masasabi nating NGO ang AIJC, kasi it's a non-government organization, not-profit. Oo. Naalala ko, minsan kinukwento sa akin ni Ramon at si Dr. D, ang aming department chair dati, kasi lalo na si Ramon, no, at sinasabi niya na kailangan mag-research talaga yung research to survive, sabi niya ganun ang AIJC, kasi yung mga funding, yung mga ganun. So, Therese, kwento mo sa akin yung conferences na inattend mo internationally, no? Ano yung kauna-unahang inattend mo at saan?
Perhaps the first one was a conference about mindful journalism in Bangkok, Thailand. Yes, sir, that's one of the first. Although doon po, hindi po ako nag-present ng research, I was a participant in this program where we were taught about mindful journalism.
Mm.
Uh, Going beyond the statistics, going beyond numbers,
Mhm.
and really focusing or highlighting stories of people. So because of that program,
Mhm.
that led me to a qualitative research project, no, on how important it is to report about the drug war, going beyond
Okay.
the numbers, going beyond the
Mhm.
statistics,
Mm.
and speaking to people about their experiences. So that's one. Pero yung most recent naman po,
Mm.
early this year, I was invited by UNESCO to share about our research on the safety of women journalists. UNESCO,
Okay. Mhm.
yes, UNESCO convened a group of global consultants
Mm.
para pag-usapan po ang women and the media. And I
Hmm.
believe that's the reason why they invited me from the Philippines dahil sa research po namin tungkol sa challenges na
Mm.
hinaharap ng mga kababaihan in Philippine media.
Okay. Yeah. Oo. A couple of nights ago, I had a podcast with Marites Vitug, no, yung editor at large ng Rappler, at kinukwento nga niya yung kasi we were talking about her book, yung bago niyang libro, yung Unrequited Love, no. And it's interesting to know that yung sinusulong pa rin talaga yung yung women in journalism kasi yung challenges, no, lalo na yung mga nasa field talaga, yung mga nasa probinsya, yung mga kung saan-saan, ano. And I'm interested dito sa mindful journalism. Maganda to, magandang ano to. I will look it up some more. And you know I also was able to I had another interview with one of the professors of AUT University, and she was talking about blue sky thinking. Yung ano, yung parang sabi ko, marami mga natututunan ako mga buzzwords na ano. So ngayon is mindful journalism from Therese. Saan ginawa yung ano, yung sa UNESCO, yung conference early this year?
Early this year, that was in the headquarters po in Paris.
Yeah, okay. Oo, oo. Malamig noon, nung time na yun. January, pumunta ka doon? Winter?
Sobrang lamig, sir. And it was great because I got to interact with not just researchers, because
Mm.
I'm not a journalist po. I'm a journalism and communication researcher.
Mhm.
But other participants were also academics
Mhm.
as well as media practitioners.
Mhm.
So, ano lang, medyo sensitive lang talaga yung topic, no? Of course, talking about the risks and the specific threats and attacks faced by women
Mm.
journalists, for example.
Mhm.
So it wouldn't be appropriate to disclose their names, but
Yeah.
maganda po yung naging experience because we were able to see similarities in different parts of the country.
Mm.
For example, yung um, biggest challenge po kasi sa women, hindi lang po galing sa news sources ang threats and attacks. It's
Mhm.
also coming from colleagues. It's also coming from
Ah.
members po. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
People in the media. And
Mhm.
based on our research, nakita po namin na hindi lahat intentional. It's
Mhm.
it has become so ingrained in the culture, no, yung mga misogynistic remarks,
Mhm.
mga insensitive remarks, mga sexual innuendos.
Mhm.
Merong iba na hindi naman intentional, but obviously hindi pa rin siya tama.
Mhm.
So there's a lot that needs to be done in terms of training pa
Mhm.
uh, in the media, even within the media.
So AIJC is also like you go into trainings, di ba? So is this part of the things that in the works, or you've done already, or you're planning, yung mga colleagues, yung mga workshops, ganun, yung not just the skill in being a journalist, but ito mga ganito, no, yung being insensitive, nagbibiruan lang kayo, pero ano na pala yun, yung nakakasakit na ng damdamin, or yun nga, misogynist, racist remarks. So you're coming up with that, Therese?
Yes, Direk. Actually, AIJC is part of MMSP. That's the Movement for Media Safety Philippines. And marami pong organizations ang kasama dito, no? And among the organizations are the ones that developed or led the development of the Philippine Plan of Action on the Safety of Journalists. I will share a copy po. So also share it with your subscribers. That Philippine plan po is anchored on the United Nations Plan of Action on the Safety of Journalists and the issue of impunity. And in-invite po kasi ng UN, specifically ng UNESCO, ang iba't ibang bansa at ang iba't ibang member states na bumuo ng sariling national plan para sa safety ng journalists based on the local context. So, although that Philippine plan requires updating kasi 2009 pa po siya nilabas, po dito, marami pong organizations ang nag-i-implement ng iba't ibang actions dito. Kasama po yung nabanggit ninyo, yung training, safety training. At kasama po dun sa mga journalist safety training na ginawa namin at ng iba't ibang organizations ay physical safety. So, kasama po dyan ng basic life support, kasama dyan ng self-defense, among others. Kasama rin po ang psychosocial training, ang digital security training, napakahalaga, not just to protect journalists from digital attacks, the personal na attacks, but also helping journalists protect their data, also protect their sources. And yung sa gender po, quite recent po yun, nagkaroon po ng safety training for women journalists together with another organization which was previously headed by your dear friend and colleague as well, my mentor, Miss Linda Garcia.
Linda. Oh, wow. Shout out. Hi, Mother. We call her Mother, di ba? Si Mother.
Yes. Mother Linda. So that's the IAWRT, IAWART, International Association of Women in Radio and Television.
Yes. She was part of the board, di ba? Si Linda?
She was chapter head.
Okay, wow.
And now it's Miss Janice Eliao, who's also a colleague at Miriam and AIJC. Siya na po yung chapter head ngayon. So, napakahalaga po nun, sir, no? Nakita namin na mahalaga na magkaroon ng safe space for women journalists to talk about their experiences and to learn together how they can protect themselves. But now, we're also looking at how we can bring in journalists and other media workers across genders dito sa usaping ito. Kasi nga po, yung threats and attacks, hindi lang galing sa labas, galing din sa loob ng industriya. So, that's definitely in the works. Kasama po yun sa mga pinaghahandaan.
Keep me updated about that also. I'm interested. So, nung nasa UNESCO kayo, nung January, may mga Philippine delegates pa na mga journalists pumunta doon?
Actually, no, sir.
Ikaw lang, from the Philippines?
From the Philippines.
Okay.
Pero one representative per country lang po. It was smaller.
Akala ko marami kayo. Hindi naman marami. There were several of you kasi konting kembot lang nasa Netherlands na eh. Nandun yung yung pasimuno ng
Yes, sir.
So, ngayon, let's talk about your presidency with AIJC. No? Kasi later this month will be your first year as the president of the Asian Institute of Journalism and Communications. No? So, siguro, let's talk about yung mga, umpisa natin yung mga challenges muna. Kasi syempre, doon tayo pupunta sa yung sa mga highs. We got the lows muna. Yung medyo challenges sa Therese. Ano yung
Yung
mga
challenges,
challenges?
sir. Actually, I was not expecting the role to be offered to me so soon.
Mhm.
Though I was being trained for a higher leadership position. But when it was offered to me, I felt prepared because of my mentors and my team, no? I
Mhm.
have huge shoes to fill, as you know. But I'm blessed to have so many mentors at the institute, no? Of course, you know, Mr. Ramon Tuazon,
Mm.
and then Ma'am Imelda Samson, Ma'am Ann
Mm.
Lopez, Dr. Mads Kiamco, Dr. Paz
Mhm.
Diaz, who is now our trustee and dean, and also vice
Mhm.
president of the graduate school. Co-founder Dr. Florencia Rosario Braid continues to give me advice, and now Mr. Mel Velarde, our chairman, he's
Mm.
really helping us with the business side of things, ensuring financial sustainability. So that's really the biggest challenge now, Direk Rene. Just like many NGOs
Mm.
and also schools in the Philippines, no, raising funds for our advocacies. That's really been the biggest challenge, and we're able to overcome this through
Mm.
partnerships. Talaga.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
important to stand together. Kaya binanggit ko nga po kanina yung MMSP, yung Movement for
Mhm.
Media Safety. In fact, last year we were able to conduct the first Media Safety Summit
Mhm.
um, in time for World Press Freedom Day last year, 2024. And that took um, a couple of years po, no, of planning and fundraising, but we made it happen.
Mhm.
So it was not donor driven. It was really pushed by dedicated uh, groups, dedicated organizations, and individuals. So kaya naman po, despite those financial challenges, sustainability challenges, it's really these partnerships that keep keep us all afloat.
Hmm, mhm. So ano naman yung mga ano, yung, the highs, 'di ba,
The
yung mga
highs.
oo, yung mga masasayang ano, ano naman kuwento doon?
Yeah, actually, it's because of those partnerships po no na naitutuloy po namin yung aming mga advocacies.
Mhm.
So perhaps I can share a little bit about those,
Mm.
Director.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
sa ano po kasi sa AIJC, of course we've had many different advocacies over the years, but now
Mhm.
among our main advocacies are the safety of journalists and media workers, as I mentioned.
Mhm.
But in addition to that, media and information literacy, or MIL.
Yes, oo,
Yes.
MIL, oo.
Third is popularizing and teaching about the Murillo Velarde 1734 map, the mother of all Philippine maps. Yes. Uh, Number four is the new law, yung Konektadong Pinoy Act. So we've started looking into this. Bagong-bago lang po ito, Direk Rene.
Hmm,
Uh, but they're all connected po, no? It's really important to advocate for the safety of journalists and media workers who, as we
mhm.
discussed, often face serious risks just to deliver the truth, just to enable citizens to access reliable information.
Okey,
And
mhm,
this ties closely with media and information literacy,
mhm,
which empowers the public to think critically, of course, to spot false information and make informed decisions.
mhm,
We're also deeply involved in fighting that misinformation and disinformation. And part of it is raising awareness about the map, the Murillo Velarde 1734 map, which played a key role in the Philippines case um, against China, no, on the
mhm.
West Philippine Sea. And now we're looking at the Konektadong Pinoy Act as well, a new law that pushes for stronger internet access across the country. Because
Hmm,
when Filipinos are connected, when Filipinos are better connected and
mhm.
informed, we all become more resilient against disinformation and also more engaged as citizens.
Oh,
So
wow.
ang dami po, pero kumbaga nakikita natin how these are all connected. And it's good that we also have, as I mentioned earlier, partners in these advocacies. Kaya we're able to move these forward, no, despite limited resources.
You know, for the longest time, Therese, I've been trying to, yung parang get the ball rolling. And I think I have the right people and the right timing to do that. Kasi matagal ko na gustong i-connect ang AIJC with some of the organizations and universities nandito sa Aotearoa, New Zealand, ano? And since I had this podcast with Dr. Eunice Garland, kasi recently yung Philippine Embassy tsaka yung AUT University nag-sign sila ng memorandum of agreement to offer like a Philippine Studies program, or kasi dumadami na rin ng mga Pilipinong either pumunta dito o yung mga lumaki dito na they're looking for their roots, no? So magandang yun. So i-connect ko ikaw with the AUT University, but more of pag yung sa industry naman ay I'm trying to get yung eto. I-connect din kita sa kasi meron isang Filipino, she's the media advisor for the Asian New Zealand Foundation, no? So itong Asian New Zealand Foundation, it gets in touch with yung organizations in Asia, no? Yung connection sa Philippines, minsan may mga journalists from here, dadalhin nila sa ipe-place nila sa I know sa Philippine Star meron na, tsaka sa Inquirer parang tapos may exchange ganun. So I will link you with Carla, no? Carla used to be a reporter for international news dyan sa Philippines, no? So kasi ito yung ito yung mga partnership na tsaka ang exciting pa niyan, Therese, is next year will be the 60th year anniversary ng diplomatic relationship between the Philippines and Aotearoa, New Zealand. So that could be parang something research ba or whatever na so yun yung assignment ko, Ma'am Therese, yun ang assignment ko po na
That would be good. Direct Rene, actually I heard about that, no, yung 60th na anniversary from Her Excellency Ambassador Catherine McIntosh.
Oo, nagtatagalog yon si Amba Catherine na kiwing-kiwi pero nagtatagalog. Ang galing na she's very 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 good. I mean, as a diplomat, no, talagang So you heard it from her.
Yes, I met her recently at the embassy and also at an event of the ASEAN Center for Biodiversity. The New Zealand Embassy was recognized, and AIJC and other organizations were also recognized as partners. So it was good to meet her. So sige po.
Yes.
Explore po natin yan.
Yes. Tsaka syempre, ang isa sa mga end goal ko is makita kita dito, no? Makapag-selfie man lang tayo o magkape man lang na para. Kasi yung partnership, no, yung what your organization is doing is there are similar organizations here also, and there are researches also that is being like yung sa AUT nga, no, yung mga doon, yung mga either masteral or PhD students na nandoon. And I don't know if you know si Joven Castro. Do you know him? He's from FEU. Si Joven.
I know who he is, but parang hindi kami na-introduce.
He just finished his PhD. Bumalik na kasi graduate siya. So bumalik na there. And then there are others who are here. And so connect it with the AIJC. Kasi now this is leading me to your graduate program. Siguro in passing lang kasi ang expertise niyan is si Dr. Paz, no? Ang aking nung thesis ko sa UP, pinaiyak ako niyan nung sa defense. Kasi sabi ko, Ma'am Paz, pinaiyak niyo ako. Bakit? Sabi niya, kasi yung mga comments niyo.
Wow. I'm sure it was helpful.
It was. And she was our colleague, di ba? Nagtuturo din siya dati sa Miriam.
Sa Miriam din po.
Oo.
Yes.
But just to put into context, ano-ano yung mga program you offer ng AIJC? And then I'll show your email para dun sa mga interesado na to explore. Ano ba yung mga
Yes,
program?
Sir Rene. In the Graduate School of AIJC, we have 3 programs now: the
Mhm.
Master of Arts in Journalism, Master of Arts in Communication, and the Master in Communication, Major in Public Relations and Corporate Communication. So
Mm.
if any of your subscribers are interested,
Mm.
we can definitely send them information packets via email so that they can
Mm.
contact you through the email that you're flashing on the screen.
Yeah,
So,
okay,
basta
that's
po
good.
dito kasi marami pong practitioners
Mhm.
and researchers in the
Mhm.
faculty. But in addition to that, we also have short courses. We have the
Mm.
professional development program, and actually, we do the executive program both online and on site.
Mhm.
For Filipinos in New Zealand, perhaps we can
Oh,
prepare
yeah.
an
Mhm.
online a full
Mm.
online setup. It's on public communication,
Yep.
and
Mhm.
the inaugural program was done back in August,
Mhm.
completed in August, and we had LGU officials from Malabon and
Mhm.
Himamaynan in that first run. So it was
Good,
a
good.
successful program po. We talked about issues and crisis communication,
Mhm. Mhm.
communication planning, among
Mhm.
others. So that might also be of interest po to your
Very
subscribers.
good. Very good. Oh. So in closing, Therese, what are your future plans for, as president of AIJC? Ano pa yung mga plano mo?
Nako, marami pong
Oh, yung
plans.
mga top three na lang. Oo. Para
Yes, of course.
secret yung iba.
Of course, we want to continue our advocacies, find ways not to synergize our efforts in the different organizations that I'm working
Mhm.
with. And of course, I want to continue teaching. Napakahalaga po nun sa akin.
Mhm.
By the way, happy World Teachers Day sa
Oh,
mga
yes. Oo. World
teachers
Teachers
all
Day na
over
naman sa
the
Lunes, October 6.
world.
Yeah.
Yes, those are the 3 key plans, the future
Mhm.
plans. Thank you very much, Victor.
Yeah. So thank you then, Teresa. All the best in whatever it is you're doing, and let's keep in touch, and then let's do all of these things na para sa ating bansa, sa ating inang bayang Pilipinas. So maraming maraming salamat, Teresa San Diego Torres. Siya po ang presidente ng Asian Institute of Journalism and Communication. Thank you so much. Thank you, and ingat-ingat, and good luck sa pagtuturo. Mamaya-maya lang.
Maraming salamat, Direk Rene. Very happy to reconnect with you.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So goodbye for now, and God bless.